everybody's background has an influence on the way they cook and on the things they choose to cook. My mother often made Finnish dishes at home, for Christmas Eve, and my father brought his dishes into the kitchen. So we had Greek lamb, Finnish salmon, and my mother's cardamom buns, and we had Greek Easter, for example, always. So there was a lot of mixture of a situation. And also I grew up in South Africa where there was a very big mixture of things. So I'm sure that this has had an influence, at least in me wanting to travel and explore other cultures. Also, I studied at university sociology, anthropology, and I think that's where my interest is in understanding why people eat what they eat in their own country, what the country gives to them, and how they make that the best possible. And this is really what fascinates me. I love the street food. I love to see how the people of every day that live there eat, not just to go to a restaurant. So I remember the market and the vibrant colors in Mexico, for example, but all places that have got street food on, Thailand also, and it's nice to see what everyday people go and eat, so that is something that really interests me. Many places I have been to have left a food memory on me, like everybody. Everybody loves to travel for food, Even a small place like Mauritius, when I was very young, I remember the sugar cane there and vanilla tea and things like that. It would be wonderful if I knew I could inspire people to make their own recipes, to make their own books, to write down their own notes, because essentially I'm a collector of recipes and things that I like, and I package it and give it in a way that I like, and it's lovely to know that it appeals to some people. What I stand for, I think, fresh, simple food, seasonal. Where I live in Tuscany, it's very seasonal cooking, so it's very difficult to be any other way. It's very difficult to stand for eclectic, nouvelle, it's very seasonal. So when the olive oil comes out in November, everybody's eating olive oil. So it's nice to see that, but I also have the flexibility that I can go outside of that and say, let's have Arabic, or let's have Greek, or let's have Finnish tonight, or something, I like fresh, seasonal, and simple. A lot to do with travel. So my first book was about Tuscany, which is, I was living there. So essentially I was collecting the recipes for me. And then I thought, why don't I make this into a book? That was how my first book came about. And then it was other places that I wanted to that I was interested in traveling to. Well, my second book was a collection of my background. So there was a chapter on Finland, a chapter on Greece, a chapter on Cyprus, a chapter on South Africa, where I grew up, a chapter on Italy, bringing it all together in a way that just feels right. And then I have a book on Venice, on Portugal, places that have fascinated me, that I wanted to go and travel and collect recipes to make a book about, and a few stories. Lemon, Greek oregano, which I always bring back from Greece, a beautiful salt, like a Himalayan or a Malden sea salt, or a Garand from France, or I love salts, olive oil, parmesan. Well, that's difficult to say, because all of my books have been such a labor of love. The ones that I hold closer to me are the ones from my roots, so Falling Cloudberries and Apples for Jam, which has my children in it, for me will always be very special. The rest can be seen as a project which I put myself into. My latest book was very much inspired by my mother-in-law and her incredible energy and this idea of woman and handing down the trousseau to woman, and amongst the sheets and the chests of things that an older generation wants us to have, also the recipes, which I thought was a fascinating idea, and things that we should not forget, because everybody has that from their generations. I think it's very sad to let that go. But the ones close to me are perhaps the ones that I have collected from my childhood. And recipes, I remember like the Greek lamb with lemon and oregano, and a very mixed. We always had these prawns on a special occasion which had feta cheese and piri piri spice and lemon, and my mother's cardamom buns. I think they should just trust themselves. You know what you like. There's so much going on around over there, but everybody knows what they like inside of them. And that is, you have to be true to that. Because you know when something says to you, yes, I like this. And I think they should go with that and do what they feel, and go forward and collect recipes and see what other countries are offering and collect their own recipes.